So, video diary, August 26th, 9:40. I was uploading and making some videos. Here's one.
Just it's not gonna be real stuff. Like, it's all gonna be moves, you know? He communicates as tactics.
So as I'm looking at this video about Robert, something came up that I needed to address. It's not this part, but it is coming up and I don't want to miss it.
What are you saying? So I think that the dots that were connected are the fact that Robert had started smoking
I'm not there yet.
cigarettes. Once, I was like, hey,
Enough about Robert.
I'm doing me, I need to do this.
That's not what I want to talk about.
Like, instantly I felt that energy that he had on me release, and I felt better. He could just look at me and be like, what are you doing? What do you want to do? Right? And then something changed. I'm sure it's libido related. And he was having a nice
This is the part.
streak. And usually those all end the same. But once I drew that line in my heart and I had to tell him, I knew for a fact that there was never, ever going to be anything that I was going to be willing to do that could feel like cheating on Mike.
Okay, right there.
It's just the only man can
Ever
find.
find peace?
So, that ship sailed.
Okay, enough about Robert's ship. I want to talk about cheating on Mike and how that feels. I shared just a little bit ago about the stick in my heart that it's like a barb. I can physically feel it. And I think it's because I cracked through a layer of my unrealistic denial, which had me able to trust Mike 100% like I always did. Still felt him there, still felt that loving, warm energy, and I was able to attach to the feeling that I remembered of absolute trust. And as I observe events now that I'm the person I'm becoming, the facts make it increasingly difficult to trust. So even if he was to knock on the front door of this house here and say, hey, I left something here back in 2013 on accident. I shouldn't have done that. It's my responsibility to fix, but I didn't realize it at the time. Anyways, yeah. So I'm here to do that now. Like, what would I do? What would I say? Like, there was a version of me that was like, that needed that hope. That it was like it was like when Robert took me to audition for Disney Cruise Lines. I don't know that I stood a chance, even if they hadn't ramped up the choreography to levels hitherto unheard of. Even if there was zero chance. I like to think that there was still some chance, even for a crazy whatever me, because that's what dreams are made of. But let's be realistic. Even if they hadn't changed it and it was whatever, if I was just never going to have stood a chance, you know? What are you talking about, T-Mobile? Ain't nobody want that. Sorry, distracted. So yeah, basically I needed that. I needed that dream in my early recovery so that I could say, hey, I don't have to use drugs today because I'm too busy planning. And that got me through to the next day and to the next day. And you know, that's how that worked. And so now we have a situation where I'm starting to realize that that full trust in Mike that I had, that comes with that warm feeling, isn't real. It was. I had it. It's great. But you can't just transfer that feeling. And I believe that's what I was doing, is I was just trying to transfer that over. And it is, as lovely as it was, I don't trust him anymore. There are things that have happened that I do not understand. I do believe that there is the potential to clear that up and to work through it, perhaps. But then what? What is the end game gonna be? Work through a crappy situation to try to figure each other out, to make it to the end of the line, to make it to, you know, the top tier of heaven? Do I need him to make it to the top tier of heaven? Could he possibly hinder my ascent to the top tier of heaven? And what of it? Should I even pursue Mike? Even just in my heart. Even to be Heather Hansen. Because so many signs, so many that kept me alive, that I'm eternally grateful for. So many. I could walk away. I could. It's not like they would mean nothing anymore. They saved my life. Thinking about Mike as being my, like, spirit angel out there on the streets saved my life. Thinking of the military, trying to be brave and strong and have duty and honor as a member of the church, all these concepts in my mind, they saved my life. Imaginary Mike saved my life. Real Mike wasn't there, but the idea of him saved me. I'm eternally grateful for that. But there comes a time when I have to realize that I made it up. He wasn't there. That's why it hurts. I was mentally ill. Still in love. So, the question I have for Heavenly Father today, and his grandfather Thad, and anybody beyond the veil who sees, my question is, do I continue to pursue Mike and to anchor myself in the identity that I am a Hansen, whether I deserve to be or not? Which that was such a loud. Oh, that's good. I got like overwhelming that I'm good enough. That's crazy. So even if it's just my own subconscious that's like, no, you got this, at least something something so instant to say I got this is there, because that's something I didn't think I would ever have again. And with caution, you know, because to think that you are righteous and to think that you are right and to push forward with such confidence when you're wrong is worse than not having confidence in the first place, in my opinion. But so yeah, the video was like, cheating on Mike feels terrible, and that's still the case. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about moving forward without Mike, because yeah, it always is gonna feel like cheating. That's the whole message of the Come Follow Me was, and I just said I didn't want to freaking cry because I was trying to do work stuff in one of my other videos, and I just cannot listen. Ugh. And here I am crying all this off. Not like I don't know how to do it within 10 minutes again anyways. I'm just trying to be lazy, so I'm gonna stop complaining and actually stick to the subject, which is the fact that I am still in love with Mike. I have tried letting him go and failed in the past. My inquiry at this point is, now that I've reached out and I've sent email correspondences to, I would say I did my due diligence. I would say that message got out there to the extent that I'm sure he knows something. I don't know. Does he really know? Did I really get the message through? No, probably not. I mean, I that's why I drove to Henderson. That's why I sat there, and but why did I never walk up to the address and then ring on the doorbell or knock? Why? Why did I do that? 'Cause I'm freaking scared. That's why. It's scary. Scary. Anyway. Okay, so do I need to go up there and... Okay. Fluff. Sorry, fluff is my new curse word. Fluff. I need to not have a curse word and just say, oh, goodness gracious. So, the real situation now is, I feel like I got an answer, and I feel like I got it pretty instantly, but if it changes, it's cool, but what I feel is that I need to, oh, interesting. I also feel still very strongly that I need to settle in Henderson regardless of him, that it's something else also. But let's not understate the fact that it came with an also, which means it is still mine, and I should live there. So I guess the story isn't done being told. No, it is not time to let go of Mike. And no, it's not about being in love with him. It's about, at this point, I guess, resolving what? What is it? I don't know. It seems like a lot of work. Because I'm still in love with him. Okay. Yeah. No, he definitely hurt me. Okay. I am going to I don't want to say it's an unhealthy place, but let's just say this is a place I go to that when I notice that I've walked through this door, I usually try to dial it back. I still, every day, fight to keep myself sane and safe. And I am in love with Mike. It sucks. It sucks that I never stopped being in love with him. Never. Not for a second. I walked away from my baby this past, I don't know, I've seen him barely at all this last couple weeks. thinking yesterday how easy it is to walk away from people I love after being through what I've been through. That it should be harder. But I have this, it's almost like a magic ability to take the people I love and care about the most and just not access those feelings. So, baby's in the house right now with his grandmother. He's fine. And I faced the question, would I walk away from that baby permanently to be with Mike again? I don't know that I was happy with the answer I gave, because although I think it's the right answer, there's something that feels... It's because I don't think you should ever have to be asked that question. You should never have to be asked to choose between your baby and, the person you fell in love with, that you wanted to, spend time in all eternity with and bond your souls and make like a, banana strawberry smoothie out of your essences in the spirit world, or however the hell that works. I'm dipping, I'm dropping, my heart is crying, my soul is screaming. So I have an absolute reaction to the, do I still pursue Mike? The answer is yes. I have to. Because I love him with all my heart. I would even walk away from my 1-year-old baby for him. And those are words to say out loud. Okay, this is done being filmed.